Hello, this is Michael. Atheist and alcoholic, I am attempting to attend 90 AA meetings in 90 days. Nothing discussed in these videos will ever undermine the anonymity of AA. So today was day 26, and it was a good meeting. Topic was on one day at a time, which is one of the points where I think AA really shines. They're leaning into that. Um, my share was a reiteration of a lot of things I've already said several times in these videos. So somebody else did have a good share where they said that taking it one day at a time isn't just about not drinking, but also about all the positive things that we can do in our life. If being less of a piece of shit forever is overwhelming, you can just be less of a piece of shit today, and tomorrow do it today, and those days stack up. So I am paraphrasing, but I thought that was a good share, so I wanted to share that with you guys. So back to the big book, chapter 4, to atheists and agnostics. The author writes, we asked ourselves this: are not some of us just as biased and unreasonable about the realm of the spirit as were the ancients about the realm of the material? No, no, because the material has evidence for it by the very nature of it being material. It's testable. The realm of the spirit is not. That inherently takes faith. So no, we are not being just as unreasonable about the realm of the spirit as ancient individuals were about the realm of the material. And that's where I want to read the whole thing. There's a whole paragraph I think I discussed in another video where he talks about the Wright brothers and flying, and we never believed flying is possible, but it happened. Said that, if you ask somebody today, and this was 1930s, do you think one day we'll get to the moon? And people were like, yeah, and I bet not so long either. That their opinion has changed. Fair enough, and we did make it to the moon. But it doesn't follow. We didn't believe in flying. Flying happened. You don't believe in God, therefore God. I don't get the argument unless I'm fucking it up. If I'm missing something and somebody's read the big book, please let me know. But that's the way I'm interpreting the incoherent argument. The author writes, we saw others solve their problems by a simple reliance upon the spirit of the universe. We had to stop doubting the power of God. Our ideas did not work, but the God idea did. So I'm a broken record at this point, but for some people, some of the time, the God idea does work, and fucking A, awesome. I'm happy that they're not drinking, that they're improving their life, if nothing else, being less damaging to everyone around them. I know that I am far less of a nuisance and a destructive force in my life, not drinking. But it doesn't work for everybody. And the insistence that's the only way is fucking dangerous. I've said it 100 times. That's my main problem. Not the assertion that it can work, but that it's the only way. We agnostics and atheists were sticking to the idea that self-sufficiency would solve our problems. When others showed us that God's sufficiency worked with them, we began to feel like those who had insisted the rights would never fly. Okay, I kind of went over that already. Logic is great stuff. We liked it. We still like it. It's not by chance we were given the power to reason, to examine the evidence of our senses, and to draw conclusions. That is one of man's magnificent attributes. It's the main one that separates us from other animals. We agnostically inclined would not feel satisfied with a proposal which does not lend itself to a reasonable approach and interpretation. Hence, we are at pains to tell why we think our present faith is reasonable, and why we think it more sane and logical to believe than not to believe. Why we say our former thinking was soft and mushy when we threw up our hands in doubt and said, we don't know. We don't know is the atheist anthem. We don't know. the again, I'm one atheist. I don't make the assertion there is no God. There's just no evidence for me to make the argument one way or another. Atheist being non-theist, I have no fucking clue. But until there's evidence to consider, it, in my opinion, is not worth considering. So yeah, we don't know. But it's not so much of a throwing our hands up in the air, we don't know, as a we don't know yet. Neil deGrasse Tyson, for as much as he irritates me in interviews where he just keeps talking over people, I can't with him sometimes. But I do like, I'm paraphrasing, I'm probably going to fuck up his quote, but that religion is an ever receding domain of scientific ignorance. That the more, religion and superstitious ideas explained everything until we learn more and more and more about the natural world. And I do like that. When we became alcoholics, crushed by self-imposed crisis, we could not postpone or evade. We had to fearlessly face the proposition that either God is everything or else he is nothing. God either is or he isn't. What was our choice to be? And that, again, Logic 101 years ago, but false dichotomy. Why couldn't there have been a God who is now dead? Maybe there was. Maybe there was a fucking creative force that has since died. Who knows? There's only about a page or so left. I will try to, as I move forward, be more concise, try to get through the last of it in a video or two. I don't want to spend too much more time on this. I'm beginning to repeat myself. The arguments to the atheist and agnostic are incoherent, drivel. I've said this again, so I am going to try to wrap this up because I'm just saying the same things over and over again. This is the 4th edition. They've had time to address this. Write a better chapter. Like, again, some version of Pascal's wager that your life is fucked. What do you have to lose by just pretending this is true for a period? Just try it. It's helped other people. That I would have no problem with. And if it didn't work, again, it's not the 1930s anymore. Many paths to recovery, whether it be in a program, pharmacology, or psychology, any combination of those. And again, 5% of people just decide that they're done, and that's the end of it. I wasn't one of those people, but it does happen. So that's it. That's all I have for today. Thank you, and I will see you guys here again tomorrow.